Hello, everyone, and unfortunately, it's took me off. Has it? Has it not? Can anyone still hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, can
Okay.
you live there?
Can you see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Right, because my screen. Hello, everyone, by the way, if you are joining us. Um, um, my recording has flashed up saying your recording has stopped. Please refresh your screen, which, as we're going live, probably isn't the best bet. So, why don't we?
I,
Um,
I'm going to say don't refresh your screen.
I had that message last week and look what happened. I was
I
in and
know.
out. So
You were in and out. So I'll tell you what we're going to have to do because I can't actually look at anything on my screen. I can't see anyone. Um, but what I will do is what we did last time. You think you're getting a good, good streaming system, and then this happens here. So let's just double check. Are we actually live? Is the question.
Oh, we're
Yes.
live.
So
I'm watching. You're on the screen.
so that's the thing. So we're live. However, I can just see me. Can't see anyone else because I
It,
can't change the layout
it
of.
strategically flashes that I keep seeing myself on the screen occasionally.
Oh, so it's doing a fun smart layout thing, right then.
Yeah.
Um,
It's fucking terrifying to watch.
oh, it's when we're talking, so we're not all on the same screen at the same time. But I can see Danny's commenting. Thank you, Danny. So what we're gonna have to do, everyone. I am going to have to refresh it because I love you all, but I can't do this for an hour. So bear with us, everyone, because I, I need more, and you deserve more as viewers of the channel. So I'm going to click refresh. Hopefully, nothing much happens and we stay alive. But yeah, if we do disappear for a sec, bear with us. We will be straight back. Okay, so let me just.
So this is really weird. I've actually put it on the TV in the background to test to see how it was working.
yeah.
So now on my TV and my phone is you, and Freya's completely gone. So let's hope she comes back.
This could be a fun evening. I've got no notes. So Gary, it's all down to you.
I'm sure Freya will be back. We'll trust the process. We can't really go on without her, can we? Well, we can, but we'll give her a couple of minutes.
We could definitely try, but I'm not convinced we'd get very far.
We've all watched the game. We know what happened. You
Yeah, but I
know,
watched it a week ago.
actually, I
With my
watched it again
notes.
today.
I didn't get home till 6:20.
This is not what Freya wants on the live, is it? We just sit that when we're waiting on it.
We're entertaining the people, which is great.
I'm not sure our small talk's exactly what people are going to find terribly entertaining, but I'm sure the purpose do look ridiculous. So they're not laughing with us; they're at least laughing at us.
Exactly. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah, yeah, I can make do.
I get kids laugh at me all day, so it's fine. I think I'm used to it by now.
I work in the world of engineering. Trust me, we're forever taking a piss out of each other. So,
Mm, I can imagine.
oh, this is weird, isn't it? I wonder will Freya actually come back?
It's just a test. Can we do the pod without her? And it's all just that she's actually sat watching it right now.
But how do we turn it off afterwards?
I don't
You
know.
know, if we were to both leave, does the recording just stop, or does everybody just
It's just a
watch
black
them
screen
do
forever.
this? Because technically, she's the only one with the software.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've been live 5 minutes. It's going well.
yeah, I think so. Did we crack on? Did we actually try and talk about something? And if Freya comes back, we're all right.
Um, Could do. We played Man United at the weekend.
We certainly did. How much of the game do you actually remember? Because obviously I have watched it, and
So I remember the goal.
the other
I
goal
remember that
was
it was
so
actually
hard.
like very, very well. Man United started quite well, but then we all dropped. We both teams dropped off. I remember that bit, and then we scored, and then that kind of put a bit of fire into Man United, and then Mark Skinner pressed the panic button and still didn't win.
Well, watching there today at the half-hour mark of the game, United had cleared 2 attempts from us,
Yeah,
and we'd cleared 13 attempts from United.
that's insane.
Clearly, that's them just getting into the box. I don't even think any of them were actually on target, but it really does show how well the team sort of came together and defended
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah, I feel
You
like they
know,
didn't have a shot on target until quite late. I feel like I remember hearing that in the commentary, but I'm not sure.
pretty sure the first shot on target for anybody was the one where Hansen ran down the left at about the half-hour mark, and unfortunately Georgia just headed straight at the keeper. But we are back.
Yay!
Hello, Freya.
Yay!
Right. You wouldn't be able to. You know what? It's come up again. It's come up again as not recording. I tried to put a message in the chat to be like, guys, it's not letting me back in. Can you hear and see me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
and my TV screen has all 3 of us on it now.
Perfect. So I managed to change the layout before it then says, you stop recording. And it's a huge black box in the middle of my screen, so I can't do anything else. So I'm glad that the 3 of us are on now, because it is still going live, which is good. It hasn't taken away that. So I'm going to be having a very stern word with Riverside IT, because this is not what I'm paying an extortionate amount of money for. So I'm back. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Everyone that's bed with us for this wonderful, how long we've been on? 7 minutes. But yeah, sorry. Where were you guys up to? Did you start talking?
Well, we
Briefly.
have just started talking within the last sort of minute or two. The first 5 minutes was
Perfect.
kind of everybody just hearing Emma have a bit of small talk, you know.
Well, it's a get to know you session, when when nothing else is to be done. I did get a bit worried because it wouldn't let me end the session. So I'd clicked off the screen, I'd gone completely, and it was still like, your session is live, blah blah blah. And I was like, no.
Well, that's what we were
um,
saying. What happened if we were to both leave? Does it still just continue recording and everybody's watching the abyss?
just a purple abyss. I think so, to be honest, because I closed the window and everything. To see if it would reboot it, and it wouldn't stop. So yeah, I'm worried. Not gonna lie about it. So I might have to. I don't know. Try and log on as Georgie maybe, and log on as a producer, and maybe try and do it that way. So I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, buckle in, folks. It's gonna be it's gonna be a fun show, where I can't control anything, which is the best way, I think, sometimes. Um, so yes, so we are here. I mean, I know you lovely people started talking about it, but on Saturday we were one of 2 games, of course, going on. Arsenal Chelsea, very simple game, nothing dramatic happened there, and then of course it was United versus Villa, and going into this one, I think United had won what 12 of our previous meetings. I think we'd drawn 3 of them maybe.
We'd only won
Um,
1 in the Sandwich Cup.
So we'd only won a cup game, yes, absolutely. So going into this, our league record was not very good. It was only the last couple of meetings that we actually started picking up points. And sorry, the dog's being a pain. Actually started picking up points, and then finally at the weekend we did it. We got our very first league win, and that's what we're here to talk all about. So yeah, so the first, Gary, you had some really good stats before everything went wrong offline. We were talking about those first 30 minutes because they were so crucial, weren't they, to how both teams had set up and how both teams trying to attack. And would you mind sharing that with the people, please, if you don't
Well,
mind?
that was actually something that Emma and I had just discussed while you were off screen. But yes, it was. It was after the half hour mark. United had two attempts cleared from us. Well, we had cleared two of their attempts. Or no,
Mm.
dick. No. So United had we had to clear 13 of United's chances. They only had to clear two of ours, which clearly shows how much they were coming forward, but it also shows how well the team was defending as one.
Yeah,
I said
100%.
it so much better the first time too, and there I just got completely tongue tied.
But you know what? I still appreciate the stats. So thank you, Gary. Thank you kindly indeed. Um, if we, I was going to say, if we lost Emma again, no, she's back.
No, it
Um,
wouldn't let me turn my phone around, so I had to leave and come back in.
well, fun fact, I've just gone onto the stats, and when it does that, it minimizes my page and technically gives us a different screen. So I can hang up. I can stop the pod. So don't worry, everyone watching. We won't subject you to 24 hours of just a stream of nothingness. Might get some views. Might get some views. You never know. For the absurdity. But yes, so Manchester United were very much attacking, trying to get the win, and very much thinking that, as you know, maybe rightly, they were the better team. Because of their recent form, because of their history in the fixture. And I still think to some teams we are, it's Villa. They've still got that kind of complacency, haven't they, when it comes to Villa? So the fact that Emerald, I'll come to you. Do you think we just before that goal, of course, because Miri scores in the 35th, 37th minute. Um, in fact, I can double check. I've got it right in front of me. 35th, of course. So in those first 30 minutes, Emma, did you expect us to still be at 0-0 with all of those attacks coming forward from United?
No, but I'm very glad that we were.
Me too. Yes.
Because I was saying to Gary, like, there was a moment where both teams kind of dropped off a little bit. Like, yes, we were trying, but it was a little bit half-hearted kind of thing. But then obviously, I don't know where we got the like rocket from to kick us into gear. But then that really spooked United, I think, it was a nice feeling. It was a really nice feeling because it was like, oh my god, we scared them. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be. I was either expecting like a massive United win or a 0-0 like last time. So
Okay, so you weren't expecting so either one or the other. There's going to be no middle ground in this one.
yeah,
Interesting. Okay. Because Gary, we spoke last week, didn't we? And we said, look, if we can, get another point from this, that would be considered a success. So, when that goal went in, then we still had, of course, another half to go. Did you dare to dream that actually that goal could be it? Could be the winner?
Thought that it was very early in the game,
Yeah.
and given how hard United were pressing against us, and if
Mm,
we look at last week, Everton were heavily pressing against us, and they got their last minute equaliser. I kind of thought, there's still a lot to be played in this game. And as everybody knew, United hadn't lost a game yet this season, so you
yeah.
really could never rule them out. It's exactly why we both said a one each draw last week. We had faith in our defence and kind of knew United. Like, I believe United are the top scorers in the league this season as well. Or if they're not the top, they're one of the top.
I think they're joint
They've.
top for set pieces. I know that much because we are
Oh,
now joint top with them, which is it's a nice stat to have. I can't lie.
that is quite a nice
Yeah.
stat, isn't it?
Yeah.
United have scored 19. City and Arsenal have scored 18. Chelsea have only scored 15.
Yeah,
So
they're
there you go.
struggling. Not in the sense of winning, but in the sense of putting the ball in the back of the
Oh,
net.
wait, hang on. No, that's an absolute lie because that's not updated because City are top of the league. So why? Hang on. Hang on.
Oh my god. There we go.
Yes, there we go.
Sorry.
Right. So City have scored 20. United have scored 19. There we go. Updated for everyone. There we go.
But obviously, before the games on Saturday,
Before the game.
United were the top goal scorers in the league. And we did have faith in our defence. We did think United were going to score one because of how good their attack was.
Hmm.
But it just showed our defence was more faithful than we thought because to get a shot out against the top goal scorers in the league, we're going to
Mhm.
take that every day of the week.
Oh, 100%. And just looking at the stats in general, United had pretty much 64% of the possession. They only had one more shot than we did, and only one more on target. So essentially, keeping up with United, is a great place to be, isn't it? In itself, we're not letting them run all over us, and we really made sure, and especially in that second half when we get to it, we we had some beautiful periods of play where I was like, oh, that's Villa, that's quite nice.
But there is
Um,
one place that we done marginally better than United.
oh, go on then.
Goal scored.
Hey. Very good. And you know what? The game was decided by a goal, and it
Was it a
really,
shot?
really was. It really was. And United, just looking at the attack there, had more attempts from outside of the box. And you're right, they couldn't get through that thick defence, could they? And I was talking to Barry, who does All for United and All for Women's Football on Monday night, and he said, we just couldn't get near in that first half. And to have a team like that are in such good form and have some very good goal scorers in that team, to be stuck and to be frustrated was again just another high point for us because we're so used to, aren't we, people just going, well, they were having an off day. It wasn't Villa playing well. It was, someone else having a bad day. But you can have both. Villa can play well, and others can struggle at the same time. But yeah, I think when that goal went in, because it comes in, doesn't it? And then there's a bit of pinball around the box, falls to Miri, and you just think, is this the moment? Because we've been saying since she joined us, she needs to score. She's so close to scoring. What's going to have to happen for her to get the ball in the back of the net? And then when she did it and the power on it, and you just thought, it's got to, hasn't it? It's got to go in. And just her reaction, and you could see the relief, couldn't you? So, yeah, I'll ask you both. When Miri's goal went in, the fact that yes, it was a goal, but the fact it was Miri, how did that make you feel in the end?
Oh, it was insane. Gary, were you there or not? Because at home, I was like
No,
very nearly running around the living room. And
I, I couldn't make it to the game, but um, I've watched it like twice this week, and like Mary's one of my favorite players in the squad as it is.
Yeah.
She gives 100% every time she's on the pitch, and you're just willing her to score.
Mhm.
You
Yes.
know, defensively, she's always been solid. But you go back to the match against Arsenal last season, where she even
Oh my
became
god.
a makeshift defender.
Yeah.
And she shut out Arsenal in that game as well. So we know how strong she is defensively, but she's
Yeah.
had so many chances of scoring goals too, and it's just never worked in her favour. So the one time or the first time that it's went in their favour, what a way to get
Mhm.
it.
And to have for her as well, like we said, she's been trying for so long. For her to have that confidence now and to be like, the goal's gone in, it has been done. We can do it. I was so happy for her. I don't think, and I think that was part of how joyous we felt the fact that it was Miri who finally got her goal. And we've had a question because I can see on my phone, I'm following along. Question from Coach Criminal again. Hello, thank you for joining us. Who's been Villa's player of the season so far?
Oh
Player
my.
of the season
Ooh.
so far. I think that's, and luckily that's quite hard to pick. But
Yeah.
yeah, has anyone got any preference for them? Who
I
gets
initially
it?
No,
went for Wilms, but then
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
uh,
Kirsty, now she's starting, even like when she was coming from the bench, has been great. I really
Mm,
can't choose. Genuinely.
obviously we've mentioned films, we've mentioned Kirsty. Missy Bow and Lucia have both been called up into the
Yeah.
full squad for and actually getting game time. So
yeah.
they both had impressive seasons. Sabs and Roebuck, both of them, whenever they've been called upon,
Mhm.
are keeping clean sheets. Patsy, that's sort of
Oh,
Mrs.
she's
Filler
having a cracking
herself.
game.
She's just the amount of times she saved us. Like, I believe she actually almost had more or less a goal line clearance against United on Saturday as
I feel
well.
like I did see that.
It's Jesus, you couldn't just pick one player. It's like very much it
No,
is a
it's
team
so
game, and
hard.
right now Phil has proven how much of a team game it is because we wouldn't have got the 1-0 win if everybody hadn't been defensively strong against United.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Natalia talks a lot about being flexible across the front line, but actually, everyone's incredibly flexible in defence as well. Everyone does such a good job getting back, and I think that's one of the strong points. I know some people, I think was it Nick that said in the chat about articles about oh, it's Villa's striking power and it's this and it's that, and it's like yeah, we've got a couple of good strikers. We've got goals can come from a couple of places, but the thing that continues to impress is how solid we are in defence, and that really really shows. Especially like you said, Gary, with all of the attacks that were coming forward, um, to be able to clear um, as many as we can, and just to put it into perspective, total clearances. United had 23, we had 42 clearances
That's insane.
across the match, which is mad. But the fact that we could do it and we kept them out and we got a clean sheet, because we really wanted to shout out Sabs as well, didn't we, for this game? And we've been saying since, especially last couple of weeks at least, but definitely this season, she has come on in her confidence so
Hmm.
much. And it's just you feel so solid now. And it's not that we didn't before, but there were some clanger moments that we won't revisit. Um, but there
I
were
feel
there
like
were a couple.
she's got the competition now as well in Roebuck, whereas last
Yes.
season we had. I mean, we did have some sort of competition with Sophia Paul because obviously she's like cracking. But
Mm.
then we sent her on loan and then bought a loan player in, which to this day I still do not understand why we did that because that makes no sense. Anyway,
Just quickly on that, Caitlin Talbot is still without a club. So if
mhm.
any clubs are watching, who need a goalkeeper, we do really like Caitlin. We just wish she needs a club where she's going to be number one, doesn't she, to get that game
Yeah.
time. So if anyone's got any suggestions, any contacts, do get in touch for Caitlin.
Uh,
But yeah, sorry, Emma, continue.
Yeah, so it was just the fact that she didn't really have, especially when we brought Caitlin in, there was no kind of real competition because Caitlin wasn't getting the minutes at. Did she come from Spurs to go to West Ham to come to us? Am I correct in saying that?
I think from
Yes.
Spurs, she spent time at West Ham on loan one season,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then when she went back to Spurs, she then came to us and spent time on
that's
loan.
it.
But Spurs
Yeah.
were always our parent club.
Yeah,
That's the
but
one.
they
Yep.
like she wasn't really being played. She was never established as a keeper at a club really. So I think Sab's always
Mm.
had that kind of mind. I don't want to say she had the mindset to know that she'd always be picked, but because that sounds really mean. But I think she always knew she was going to be that first choice. Obviously,
Yeah,
unless
she was
something went
comfortable in
incredibly
that
wrong.
first choice. Yeah.
I,
Yeah,
I think it's just obviously extremely disappointing and heartbreaking for like what happened to Anna Leak. Because obviously Anna Leak was always a fan favorite too, and for the injury and then the family reasons and wanting to go back home, she would have been proper
Mm.
competition for Sabs too, but
yeah,
well, it just wasn't meant to happen, was it?
no.
No. No, and that's the heartbreaking thing. And
I
you
do
know,
miss Hannah Lee.
Annalee's back in her football now, and you know, she's really getting into it. So you never know. Maybe one day we'll be pleasantly surprised Annalie coming back. But yeah, we've had it's been so up and down, hasn't it? That roller coaster of who's our goalkeeper since Hannah Hampton left. Do you remember that? It doesn't feel real, does it? That Hannah was with us. It just feels like a lifetime ago
Mm.
that she was. Um, so
What do you
yeah,
mean?
so
Two of
lots
the
of.
top teams in the country having our former goalkeepers.
It's a bit annoying, that, isn't it? Yeah.
It's even better when you
Almost as
take points
if.
off them.
I know. Exactly, exactly. Um, and yeah, so we did just want to shout out Sabs and the beautiful purple goalkeeper top. Me and
Oh
Gary
yeah,
were having a little moment for that before we came live. It's just such a um, satisfying shade of purple, isn't it? Like a
yeah.
magenta-y. Um, so yeah, I might need it for Christmas. I might put that on my on my Christmas list. Um, but it's a I just want the kits to be more claret and blue, if that makes sense. Like the training kits and
Yeah.
the other bits and pieces.
I've
Be,
heard
hmm.
that next season we won't have blue sleeves. It will just be completely claret, which I'm not impressed about.
Oh
Obviously, if that's
no,
true, but that's what I've heard.
no, because then that'll be West Ham.
Yeah.
Like that one. No, no, no.
Oh, oh
I just.
come on, now get it right. Mary calls them wet spam.
That's a very good point. Their new name, of course. About wet spat. That did make us laugh when she said that. And then I'm surprised they still released it on on socials. So yeah. But we do have Culture Criminal there. Of course, Chelsea fan. Hampton's levelled up. That's why. How rude. She. However,
Rename her.
says thank you Carla Ward, thank you Villa. So there we go. Um,
But
so we will happily take that credit. Thank you very much.
Hannah didn't level up, so just stop behaving badly.
And that's the key thing. Did we all see Rusha and Shaban talking about it?
Oh, that was
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I love Rusha. I love her so much. And that's the thing. We all said at the time, and we'll just kind of say, Hannah was always lovely with the fans, wasn't she? And she'd
Mhm.
always make time, and she spent so the person that we saw was so lovely and had so much time for the fans. But you can be two people, can't you? You can be in work mode, and then you can be in personality mode. And I think from what we heard at the time, remembering that she was still so young, that
He's
if there
like
were
still a
any
child,
issues,
basically.
oh yeah, yeah, completely. And if most of us think back to when we were younger, we probably weren't the best either. And Rusha said that she was like, yeah, she wasn't great to be around. However, that was then, and look at where she is now. So yeah, it's just people making things out to be what they are, and it's kind of you need to just say it as facts, don't you? Like, well, this is how it was. That's my version of it, and then that's how it's changed now. So yeah, but she is really really lovely. We the fans saw that really lovely side to her. Um, so yeah, but obviously we didn't see that other side.
But that's 100%. Like, if I was to meet 18, 19-year-old me today, I would head up such a boot up the arse.
Yeah, me too.
What
But
you
you
hit
are
me a
when you're
boot up
18,
the arse,
19.
or
Oh yeah.
you want to do that now as it is?
Well, yeah, it's just time, isn't it? It's just growing up, and you know you shouldn't be penalised forever for things that happened years ago. But yes, yeah, we did love having Hannah with us when she was. Um, so yeah, so Miri gets the goal in the 35th minute. We go into half time 1-0 up, and you think, this is quite nice, being 1-0 up against United. But in that second half, though, it felt like you were saying, Emma, the United side just seemed to
They were
get
panicked.
yeah, it was almost as if because they didn't expect Villa to actually score, because it was like you said, it was 0-0 last time. So I think because they were a bit thrown by that, they then just couldn't get into their rhythm, could they? And it wasn't until I think maybe the last 5-10 minutes that I got slightly worried because they were coming forward again, and Rich Williams comes on. Of course, we know what threat she is. Fair play to her, by the way, for still being able to come on and do a job. But you saw like her personality, and I think as much as people whatever, um, she's got that personality to really rally around. And I saw her shouting at the players in the box, be like, "Come on, we can do it." And I think that's what some teams definitely need more than others when there's
Mhm.
that bit of panic. So yeah, Gary, for you, that second half then, because we were talking about some players, and I know Emily, who's driving this evening, but she did send over some thoughts. She talked about Missy Bourke, Kirsty, and Noelle in particular, and Sabs. I've already sung her praises. Um, but I mean, those players, especially in that second half, really went for it, didn't they? How did you feel about the second half?
Even watching the second half, United were still sort of coming at us quite hard, but there was a bit more space for us. Missy Bow and Kendall both sort of were creating quite a bit of space. Moritz was great down the left. Even Grant was really solid. We haven't mentioned her, and although
Mm.
she wasn't her usual attacking threat, defensively, she was there. Williams we've already spoke about, but and then obviously Mary. I know we keep coming back to Mary because of the goal, but even defensively, she was there a lot. And then,
Put a shift
obviously
in.
Grant
Yeah.
went off for Sarah, so Sarah came on and she was again sort of solid down that right hand side. But
Mm.
it was those last 10 minutes. Skinner was literally throwing everything at us.
Yeah.
Um,
He pressed
what
the
was
panic
there not
button
like
about three times.
there was a corner in like the last 5 minutes or so, and like he had his keeper up
Yes.
and everything. It's like they were determined to try and get something.
Yeah, when Fallon came up, I was like, oh, this if this goes in, this this is going to be beautiful for them, but horrendous for us. But yeah, that's the time I remember being like, oh God, don't lose it. Just don't keep it up. Don't lose it. Get the ball out, clear it. Just please go. Yeah, because according to BBC, we had played three at the back. Um, five in the middle, but it's not, is it? It's three injured. But how do you feel about Maritz maybe playing in front of Delond on that left? Do we quite like Maritz a bit further up, a bit more attacking?
Yeah.
I don't know. But Maritza put in some solid performances, and I think that she
Mm,
was chosen for being defensively strong.
yes.
But on the left, I really like Rachel Maltby.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
He's
Because I
been
mean,
playing really good. That sounded like a
so well.
5-year-old sentence, but anyway.
She done good. But
But
no,
he's
she
another
really
player
has
whenever
making a
we're
mark.
asked for. But Morass, who's sort of up there, has been some of the better players this season. She's
Hmm.
another one. Obviously just came up from the academy,
He's really
but
stepped up.
she's taken to it so quickly.
Mm. No, 100%. And to be able to not only, fit in, get those minutes, but to start, and pretty comfortably start as well is really, really impressive. Oh, Tracy's in the chat. Hi, Tracy. We had United rattled. They paused frustration because they couldn't break through. Um, yeah, no, they couldn't. They couldn't indeed. Um, and it's and again, we talked about that solid defense, didn't we? But another one. So looking at our subs, so we had Malin coming on in the 72nd minute. Couldn't remember my numbers there for 70. Yeah, so Malin came on for Grant. Rachel Daly coming on for Georgia Mullet. Are we quite liking that rotation now? That Mullet's getting the chance to start with Rach coming on to back it up, or do we
I
think
like
it
it.
should be game by game?
But,
Maybe.
Mm.
honestly, Mullet hasn't done anything that deserves it to be dropped. If you know what I mean,
Very good point.
she's those last couple of games, she scored two, she created one, and you know some of the runs and all that she was making against United. I think it's confusing teams because they're
Yeah,
used to Rachel being the biggest threat in the pitch, and which is
Yeah.
not on the pitch. They've absolutely no idea where they're looking.
yeah,
That's a very good point. Yeah, so another tactic to frustrate people, because we saw how frustrated the whole team were getting the fact that Rach was just getting marked out the game, and then we had no one because she was just up front by herself. But I really like the fact that Georgia and Kirsty are up front as a two. I think that's working really really well. And then of course we've got more attacking power on the wings as well. Which it's just exciting, isn't it? And we were saying this, it's such a good time to be a Villa fan because you've went through all the previous seasons of all of that roller coaster. We've seen the glimpses of the quality. We've seen, what we could be, and now we're finally in a position where that's really coming through, and we're getting the points and we're getting the rewards for the performances. And it was just a lovely, lovely feeling, wasn't it? To watch. And then Ebony, of course, comes on in the 92nd minute for Kirsty Hansen. And even Ebony, as soon as she came on, she was attacking that goal, wasn't she? So yeah, it was just a shame we couldn't put any more goals away. But as we said at the end of the day, one was enough to win the game, which was incredible. So it did finish 1-0 Villa Man United. And like we said earlier, it was our first ever league win against United. We also were the first team that forced United to drop points this season. And it really did us some favours in the table as well. So have we missed anything about the game anyone wanted to talk about? Any other key points?
I don't believe
I'm not
so.
sure about the
I
actual
think that's
game,
okay.
but did anybody see the video of Mary watching her own goal back?
No, I didn't see that one. What
No.
was it?
It is on the Villa Instagram or something like that, but like
Oh,
she
okay.
literally watched it like two or three times, sort of. It was almost like she couldn't believe that scored the goal.
Oh, bless her.
Um, but I can't remember her quote. She said whenever she scored it and she was running away, the way she was trying to dodge Moritz at the time. Actually,
Yeah.
Tara said, "Yeah, whenever I first scored, I felt like I was playing a game of kiss chase with Noel." It's like.
Oh, that's
How can you not
fantastic.
love the girl? It's just so funny. She's so lovely and
Yeah.
down to earth, and
Oh,
to
so
see her
lovely, yeah.
get that, it was a nice moment.
It was, yeah, very, very well deserved indeed. And yeah, I love that she was then all the pictures of the match, especially the one where she's like, yes, like that one after our goal. And just yeah, so I had to put a similar one on our thumbnail tonight to immortalize that moment. But yeah, so taking a look at the table then, so Villa are in seventh. Not bad considering everything. So we've picked up. Let's have a look. Um, 1, 2, 3. So we've got 2 wins. One, two. Why can't I count? um, 1, 2, 3. So in our last six, we've won two, drawn three, and lost one. So that's not bad at all, is it? So I saw something that we were now 7 games unbeaten, which is a fantastic stat. I think that might include the cup though, because that's only 6.
In
Unless I
the
can't. One, two,
committee,
three, 4, 5, 6.
in
Yeah.
our committee chat, there was a news article dropped in it there this evening where you were still working, but
Ooh, what was it?
I got to read through that. A very well written piece, talking about the strengths of the Villa squad and stuff like that at the minute. But it spoke that in the last 14 games, so obviously it's taken in last season,
Yeah.
but the last 14 games we've only lost once.
That's a
Oh,
nice stat
that's
to have.
that's a really good stat. And
Chelsea,
that's
who are they?
who? Who are they again? But I mean, again, for a team, if you said to, various broadcasters, podcasters, whatever, which team have only lost once in their last 14 games, or which team, if you gave them that stat, I doubt hardly any of them would have said Villa.
No, right now most of them would probably be saying United after Villa beat them, but
Yeah,
yeah, apparently in the last 14 games, Villa have only lost
Wow.
once.
that's insane.
I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? That's pretty good indeed. And to just even have stats like that coming around the team is phenomenal. To show just how much of an upward trajectory that we are on. And it's not a fluke either. We're really earning it and really, really, really going for it, which is fantastic to see. So yeah, so after that in the table, then Villa are seventh. I think I got to that point before I got distracted. But remember, we do still have a game in hand. Okay, so we're on 10 points at the moment. If we were to win our makeup game, our game in hand, at the moment it would only put us at one spot. So, so we will see where we are when it comes to that Liverpool game. But of course, before we get to talk about Liverpool, before we even get to talk about our derby day against the Blues, we need to talk about this weekend, don't we? And of course, it's our first ever clash with London City Lionesses. Make the jokes as you will. But yeah, how are we feeling about this one? Because London
Worried.
City started. Was that a worried?
Yeah.
Wonderful, thank you. Gary, have you got one word as well?
Apprehensive?
Apprehensive? Yeah, no. I mean, and it's valid because what I was just going to say was they started out, very disjointed, but that was to be expected because they brought in pretty much a whole new team over the summer. And they've really started to get it together in these last couple of matches. And I do have to say, Freya Godfrey had a very good game at the
Yeah, they
weekend
choose not to
against
play her, though. That's
Spurs.
fine. He just
Watch her
sits on the
come on
bench.
as a sub. Yeah. Super sub. But yeah, she was left in loads of space. So if we can just make a PSA to the team, do not let Freya Godfrey have any space on the ball whatsoever. Mark her out of the game. No, thank you. um, but yeah, I mean, I know we said they're worried, apprehensive, but Emma, looking at it, do we think we can still get points out of this? Do you think?
Yeah, I think we've just got to so we can't do same old Villa and think, oh yeah, let's come out really strong against Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, those top four, and
Mm,
City. And then it's London City, we should just get the points. No, you still got to come out with that same attitude that you'd come out with if you were playing Chelsea, because
agreed.
they are
Yeah.
pretty good. Like, yes, they're a new team, but they beat Spurs 4-2, and I'm so gutted. I missed, I think, half of that game because I was on the way to training and forgot Villa were playing at home, so got stuck in loads of traffic. But anyway, right, I was not expecting to pull up at training and see the score as 4-2. Like, that is insane that they managed to put four past them.
Well, they put three past them because one was an own goal,
Oh yes, it was.
and I'm sure there was a penalty as well. I think, and you just think that
My
so that
penalties is the only thing.
scoreline, because I watched that one. I thought, right, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna do my research, and I think that was flattering, really flattering to London City. They played well, but I think Spurs also played well. If anyone didn't watch the match, you need to go watch Evelina Sumanen's free kick because that was beautiful for Spurs' second goal. And I think that fairly should have been a draw, but of course we know fair doesn't really come into football, does it? So, Gary, how do you feel about where London City are at the moment, and kind of how they've been this season? Do you think they are going to be fighting for like those top middle spots, or do you think they're going to be well in and around us, hopefully, as they are currently?
Given the squad that London City have, it
Mm,
doesn't surprise me that as they've got further into the season, they've had more time to become a team.
mm.
Because what did they have? Like something like 13, 14 new players brought into the squad.
Yeah, so we're mad
You
like that,
know,
yeah.
that is a lot. And I seen somebody on one of the Villa pages was sort of talking about, well, Villa are playing as a team, we have good team spirit, and London City are just a bunch of individuals. And like, but London City are no longer just a bunch of individuals. They
Yeah,
have
they've had time
some
now.
very, very, very talented players that are now becoming a team.
Yes.
And it'd be foolish to underestimate them because they do have players that would probably get into some of the higher teams in the league. Just London
Mm.
City could throw a wee bit more money at them than most other clubs. And
Don't know what you're talking about, Gary. No, I don't want
but the fact is, what Kang's doing is fantastic for women's football, because it is sort of getting the attention and maybe bringing crowds in.
Mm.
Um, but I think it'd be foolish to sort of not think that London City could be, top half of the table anyway this season. And they're starting to come good. It would be foolish to underestimate them. Like Emma was saying, we can't just turn up against United and not turn up against London City
Yeah.
because on paper, London City probably have the better, let's call them individual players. But as they're starting to
Mm.
click as a team, they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really do agree. And I'm just looking at their stats again for their goal difference, and we've got a much better defensive record than them, which is quite nice to see. So we've only let in 7 goals. They've let in 18. So it's
A lot of those are
quite.
penalties as well, which is worrying.
Yeah, so if yeah, I'm just thinking if they could just keep fouling us in the box, so we just get loads of penalties, that'd be great.
That'd be nice,
And
yeah.
but yeah, they've scored. I mean, they have scored 11, and we've only scored 8. So they have got a better scoring record slightly, but their defense is a lot weaker. But then you've got Linari from Italy. You've got Sangare needs to be spoken about a lot more. She's having a really good bit of form. Obviously, there's Nikita Paris. She's always a threat. So yeah, there's a lot of London City players who we should be very, very wary of. And we know the team will be too. But yeah, as long as they come out fighting as they did against United, then I don't think we've got too much to worry about. But again, we can't take anything for granted, can we? And just to confirm, London City are only 2 points above us as well. So if we did win, that's who we would leapfrog, which would be quite nice indeed. Um, and then after that, it's Spurs in fifth on 15 points at the moment. So Spurs, London City, Villa, Brighton, Leicester, Everton, Liverpool, West Ham. Liverpool and West Ham getting their first points at the weekend, of course. So they're um, finally off zero, finally there. I still do feel very worried for both
Hmm.
of them. Do we think we're going to see any new managers soon?
Maybe. I
Maybe.
think,
Okay.
especially because I know like that a lot happened at City, but with the experience that Gareth Taylor brings, like it's actually quite worrying that they were on 0 points for quite a while. Because
Mm.
he is fairly like, yes, that obviously something happened between him and some of the players. Like, yes, there was a bit of a dispute, but he's a very experienced guy. No, he's a very experienced manager.
Ew. Yeah, I, and I've said this quite regularly on the Wednesday pod as well, but I don't think he was the right fit for Liverpool. I think they've just gone on the
No.
name of who he was and he was available, and um, so yeah, if Liverpool don't make a managerial change and don't say anything about it, I think that's worrying in itself that they don't then care about their women's team as much. But I think both of them need investment and they need something because it is very rare indeed. Although West Ham did have a win in the Cup last night, 5-0, I think it ended. We said in the chat, didn't we? Against, is it against Southampton? So although it was WSL2 side, Southampton are a very good WSL2 side as well. So yeah, so just wanted to bring a bit of perspective in there. So do we think it's going to be a win or a draw at the weekend? Anyone brave enough for some predictions?
I hope it's going to be our defense that helps make a difference. And
Me too.
given the fouls that London City have, I think not only is there potential for penalties, the way they seem to give a lot of them away, but even if there's any free kicks out and around the box, we obviously bring a new threat there with films,
Mm.
So
Yes.
um, I'm going for a Villa win, and
Very good.
I'm maybe going to give a 3-1.
A
Gary,
3-1.
stop
That sounds
stealing
very
my
good to
score.
me. Is that what you're going to go for as well?
It was. I normally go 1-1. No,
Fantastic.
not 1-1, 2-1. But I thought, oh, let's be
Mm.
experimental this week and go 3-1. So now I'm going to say 3-1 because I can't think of another score.
Still going to go 3-1. I'm not sure. I
But I'd
really
like a
don't know.
clean sheet.
I would like a clean sheet. I would love like a 2-0. Like that would make my day. I just think they've got a knack for nicking a goal. So I think it might be more like a 2-1. I hope. I hope to Villa. Tracy in the chat saying 2-0 Villa. Fans, bring your voices with you. Yes, because of course, Villa Park, and we need all of the support there. And if anyone's, part of the fan club, of course, this podcast is in partnership with the fan club and the Holland 15 Yards. And on the fan club Facebook page, there's the songbook, but of course the chant app as well that everyone's on. We can share and take part in your score predictions and things, and just really get involved in that match day spirit as well. The songs are on there too, I believe someone said the other day.
They,
So
they
yeah,
certainly are.
yeah, thank you very much, Gary. So yeah, come along, make sure you're singing, and it'll be a very good one considering it's the first time we've played them. Of course. But yeah, I hope it's going to be a good 2-0. Now, annoyingly, it is on Sunday. Kicks off at midday, as well as three other fixtures that also kick off at 12 o'clock on that Sunday. So there's also Brighton, Leicester, Liverpool, Chelsea, poor Liverpool, and West Ham, Everton. And then the North London derby, Spurs, Arsenal, doesn't kick off until 2:30. So there you go. With the Manchester derby on Saturday at 1:30,
Um,
and I believe that's on BBC.
our match on some against London City.
Yes.
I don't know if you're part of the Villa WhatsApp group yet. They have their own channel on WhatsApp, and they announced that this week's match is when they're going to do their remembrance.
Oh, I saw that on the news page just.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I think. Yes,
I was
I think I
surprised that we
did
didn't
just
do
see
it
that.
the last time. But then again, I suppose it's closer to Remembrance Day, isn't it, this one, than our last home game? So, okay, kind of makes sense.
Yeah. At least we can, yeah, celebrate at home, get it done properly. Because yeah, 'cause it was on Tuesday, wasn't it? The 11th.
Mm.
Of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, so thank you, Gary. Thank you for that, indeed. Right then, let's go for. Let's have a look. How I talked about everything that we said we are going to talk about. So yes,
Me,
talked about
Taylor.
the match. Miri Taylor, yes. Hey, that was my next bullet point. Well done.
Oh,
But thank you, just in case it wasn't. Miri, of course, coming back to our wonderful Miri, has received her first call up for the Scottish women's national team. For the first time ever, first ever call up for her impressive performances with Villa. So congratulations to Miri. And our Kirsty as well has also been called up for the friendlies in the next window, which seems mad that we have another one in a few weeks.
I feels like
Because
we've
I
just had the last
swear
one.
we've just had one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I've literally been back at school 2 weeks. So, it was
Yeah,
literally 2
and
weeks ago.
that's it. I just wish. What do you guys think? Do you think we should just have one longer international break instead of two little ones?
Yeah, Because I feel like by the time you've got to go, like, I think I've been saying this for a few seasons now, like, especially for Villa terms, is as soon as we get going, there's an international break. So then we lose it again. And then we get going, and then there's an international break. And then we lose it again. And it's just that constant, endless cycle.
And then someone gets injured, and then they come back, and then we,
Yeah.
and it's just that continued backwards and forwards, didn't we? And
But on
yeah,
the other side of that, if they get too long to rest, that also increases the chance of injury.
which is true. We just need a happy medium, Gary, don't we? Just a nice happy medium would do us all the world of good, indeed. So yeah, so congratulations to Mary on that one. I think we were all we saw the announcement. I know Mark in our chat put it up first, and then went to double check, and then we tweeted it out on the pod page. And I think Villa did it a couple of hours later. So keep bringing you the news, guys, as quick as we can get it. And I think the only thing left is to do another shout out for the Throwback Tops event that is happening not this weekend but next weekend on Sunday. Is that the 27th?
No, it's the
No, yes,
30th.
26th, 26th, 27th. Is it the 30th? Oh god, I don't know where my days are to be honest.
Which is 2 weeks this weekend.
Yes, so 30th. 2 weeks this weekend. Yes. See, so I knew it was a Sunday, but clearly I'm just not good with dates. So yes, it's the 30th of November. It's at Hockley Social Club. The Villa Fan Club will be there with a stand selling lots of merch. There'll be lots of banners and things, so please do come and say hello. I'm also coming down and I'm bringing the pod stuff, which I will have sorted out. By then, and we're going to be getting loads of content and stuff. We've got lots of people who want to come on and share their stories about women's football and how they got involved, so we're planning lots of really lovely stuff, and of course there'll be lots of football tops on sale too that we can't wait for. So yeah, really good event. I think tickets are only a £5, so if you're about, it's the the only dedicated women's football fair. So yeah, there's going to be food and entertainment and stuff if you are interested, and come and say hello. And we might say hello back. So there we go. So I think that is everything. Has anyone got anything else they'd like to share before we attempt to end the pod?
Are we talking about the Sandwich Cup match next week? Yeah, because it's next Friday, isn't it? Not this week.
So it's Friday. So I was going to talk about it next week, but if you
fine.
have feelings about it now,
let's
Always
not
got feelings about
it. Let's take it one game at a time.
One game at a time. Focus on London City, and then we can think about defeating the Blues. Right. So yeah, I just wish it was a Villa Park. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
Come on. It's Friday.
I've said this to a few people now. Like, I was saying it to someone at school, and they were like, "Why is it in Warsaw?" I was like, "You tell me," because I still don't know. And then I went on a bit of a rampage about it again, but I'm still mad about it, so it's fine.
Well, we still got is the agreement that we play our cup games at Bescott, the partnership deal we've got with them.
I don't know, because we've only had one game at home season, so
that's a good point. Yeah, I think it's this and FA Cup as well, which is why we had Bristol Rovers at Bescott last season as well. I think it's an agreement thing.
Yeah, but
you think for a derby,
we've grown since then.
We have,
and I think the annoying thing is, whereas last season they posted Bristol Rovers at Bescott, whereas this one was posted to be at Villa Park. Like, all of the social media was Villa Park, Villa Park, Villa Park. And then it's like, haha, you thought? No, off to Warsaw.
You thought you could get there in time. No, you will have to travel across Birmingham in the worst time ever to try and get there. Yeah.
Right,
but yeah, we've got a lot of thoughts about that. But we will leave it until next week, because then it'll be 24 hours until the game, and we can't wait. So yeah, so I think let's leave it there for this week, shall we? It was lovely to reminisce, to really big up the team, and really just say we're so proud to be Villa fans and to get to share this win and to share that performance, because every single player earned their money. Yeah.
I feel like it's been a while since we've actually had a win. Like, I know we've picked up points, and obviously that's still great because it was I can't English.
Blah, blah, blah.
Because it was against like bigger, more pressing teams other than Everton, but I'm still mad about that too. But I feel like an actual win we've
They
not
all
had
are.
for a while,
Mm.
so it's been
Yeah, so
nice.
to be this positive,
Yeah,
and positive for the future as well. You know, it's not a one-off. We know what the team can do, and just the ethos that they have, and that mentality. You can really tell Arroyo's come in and just completely revitalize them. So, Natalia, if you're watching, we are very appreciative, and you know we can't wait to see what the next steps are. So I've got. Oh, I can end session for all. So hopefully, that means the live finishes as well. Now, if people missed it at the beginning, I have no control over my screen, so unfortunately, I can't play you the end video. So what we're going to try and do, I'll just tell you where to follow us across socials. I did put a plea out to subscribe to us on YouTube, so please do. We're on 94 followers, subscribers, and we'd love to make it to 100 because it's a lovely round number. So if you do like our content and want us to keep supporting us, then please do click subscribe. We are at Part Pride Prod. No, I'll say that again. Part Pride Pod, not prod. Pod on X. We are at Part of the Pride Pod on Instagram. And of course, we are in association with the whole 115 yards. That's the same across all socials. And the Aston Villa Women Fan Club, mainly active on Facebook. And we do lots of the stuff with the pod on Twitter as well. So do come and join us at a game if you're interested, because we're a lovely little bunch, aren't we? But yeah, thank you, Emma. Thank you, Gary. Lovely to see you both. Thank you for your opinions, as always. And we will be back next week talking all things, hopefully, wins about London City. And looking forward to the Derby Day against Blues. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try and end it, see if it works. And hopefully all of you watching don't get a claret screen for the rest of forever. So yes, so thank you once again. Good evening and